Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Eddie Tunick Show. As a matter of fact, we have a new name for our show. It's called Eddie Tunick About Town, and our first interviewee is a special guest, John Beck, better known as Johnny B. John, welcome to the show.
How you doing, Eddie?
Good. I'm doing great. Hey,
that's great.
Great to have you.
Thank you.
John is a well-known DJ in the area who. God, you got a lot of good stuff going here. You had a lot to do with WMMR, Eagle 106 Radio. You do private parties, weddings, birthdays, this, that, the other thing. And you do a lot of DJing. Plus, I know you got a great voice, because I've heard it.
Thank you.
You can sing.
Yes.
I don't know, does Michael, your brother, who I interviewed 2 months ago, take after you, or do you take after him?
Well, I actually did it first. Originally,
Okay.
when my brother, he was always a guitar, he was always into music, and as he was growing up, and I was more into the acting when I was younger as a kid, and during the high school days and everything. And then I started getting into, and then I went actually out of high school, I went into the Army, and that's basically when I really started my DJing career. I actually took off as a hobby first, basically. And I started enjoying it and everything, and I started doing it a little bit, It wasn't really for money, it was more like just for interest and just seeing how it was. And then when I got out of the Army, I actually got into with this company. I actually went to this company in Media Productions, and this guy wasn't, I didn't think I was going to get hired. I just decided, all right, I'll give it a try and DJ. I ended up going in this company, next one in. He says, I don't know if I can use you, so I'm about ready to walk out the door, and then he says, wait a minute, I'm going to give you your shot, give you your chance. And basically it's
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
You've been doing it for 30 years?
I've been doing it for about 30 years now, and I did about probably like 35 weddings, and
Okay.
I worked for so many different organizations in a good way. A lot of people have high recommendations of me. I mean, like I worked for companies like Illusions. He works out of New Jersey. A friend of mine, John, very good DJ. I worked for a couple other companies too, which were, like I did some stuff for MMR, I did some stuff for Eagle 106.
Okay.
I worked with, Preston, on the Preston and Steve show. I worked with.
Now, what makes I think you're special. That's why you're on the show, because I like to give people exposure that I think have a lot of talent. So what's the difference here between, like, a regular DJ that just flips records and Johnny B?
See, what I like about being a DJ is, like, there's personality. I mean, I've seen so many DJs, they say they're great and everything. See, I don't criticize other people. I learn from other DJs. And when I DJ, it's like I put a personality behind it. Because anybody can sit there and flip a record. Anybody can sit there and put a CD back and forth. Anybody can sit there and just like listen to music and match the beats and all that stuff. But you know what? The best part about it is when you see the audience, when you see the people, they sit there and when they remember your name. Remember
Look how
you.
excited you are.
And I'm excited. It's like when they remember you at the end of the night and they come up and grab your card and say, "Wow, you were an awesome DJ. You have a personality," and it shows, because most people when they DJ, they're doing it for the money, and you can tell. I don't do it just for the money. I do it because it's in my blood.
Good.
It's
good.
like it's wonderful. It's a great feeling. I enjoy, and I sing too. I'm like a wedding singer. And when I go to shows, I shake people's hands. It's like I feel like I'm running for office because I'm into.
You are an entertainer, my friend.
When people can tell, there's a difference between a DJ and an entertainer. There's a difference, because sometimes most DJs, they put a CD on and they walk away from the table and they sit there, and that's not a talent to me.
Right.
A talent is when somebody's behind the mic and knows how to use the words coming out of his mouth. A person that can sit there, it's like an actor. He knows how to sit there and he can perform something and make it seem real.
Right, right.
It's amazing. Like, also I do charity work too, which is amazing. It's like when I do charity work, I don't do it to try and get a write-off. I do it because I enjoy seeing kids, like, for once in their lives, forgetting about their illness, forgetting about their pains and everything. It's so nice to see them smile, and I do karaoke, and I bring it to the children sometimes at hospitals, and it's amazing to see them laugh and smile. And when I come home at night, the paycheck for me is how I feel. It's like a good feeling. That's a payment for me, knowing that I've done something, and I don't look for work out of it. It just shows that how good of a, how much I enjoy what I do.
Well, you get a lot of work. You don't even have to really advertise. You get a lot of work from word of mouth advertising.
I get a lot of word.
You got a great name.
Yes, they call me Johnny B. I mean, people always just started calling me Johnny B. It just happened one time in a bar. Nobody called me John Beck. It's, hey, Johnny B. And then that's how it started off, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty neat. And I made so many friends through the business. I mean, I met so many nice people in this business.
What I'd like to do, I mean, I love having people on the show that have something special, and it gives them the opportunity to, even though I know you're busy, but it's always nice to even be more busy. So what I'd like you to do is tell our listening audience if they're interested in hiring you for private parties, weddings, any kind of affairs. Give them your phone number or whatever, how they can get in touch with you.
Like, once again, it's like, know that I've been in it for 35 years, and yes, I do weddings, parties, bar mitzvahs. I do all kinds of like high school reunions, all kinds of graduations, and if they need to contact me, you can contact me at area code 267-574-4414, and you'll probably get my answering machine, and just leave your name and leave what, if it's a wedding or party, just leave a little brief information, and I will definitely get back with you.
Repeat your number one more time.
And my number is, once again, it's 267-574-4414.
Perfect. John, it's been a pleasure talking to you tonight. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for being my first guest
thank you.
on the official Eddie Tunick show.
And thank you, Eddie, for having me.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Okay. I appreciate you being here.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
John.
Thank you.